Welcome back. Well, it's been a while since I've done a video, but in this one I tidy up the rear tail light and then get this engine running properly. So I searched everywhere and I finally found this lens on the left there, and when I got it I found it's actually the wrong one. So I made a call just to cut this one up, cut the section out that I could then fit into my old lens, because it's just impossible to find one of these original lenses. So I cut it out and I just took my time with the die grinder and eventually got it to fit. Once I had it the right size, I polished the edge, I put it onto the original lens, and then I first used a bit of silicone on the inside just to make sure it was watertight, and then around the outside I used a 2-pack epoxy, and it seemed to come up pretty good. So you can just see here I finally got it to the right shape, positioned it properly, and I think that's pretty good. And to be honest, I don't think you would notice that I've done this repair unless you were actually aware of this. So the lens is on. I'll give you a quick look in a minute. As I say, really happy with that. And if I do find an original lens, or if someone knows where I can get one, great. But yeah, I gave up after about 2 or 3 months of searching. So with the lens done, I wanted to fix this smoke problem. So took the head off, and the bore originally looked pretty good. But what I found was the piston was actually like a transition fit, and it should really be, about 2 thou clearance, and it was actually size for size. So it was rebored a long time ago. It was about 1/2 mil oversize, and without really knowing what the problem was, I thought, well, it doesn't look perfect, I may as well just buy a new piston and do a full rebore. So again, searched around, I found a brand new genuine piston. This one was 1/2 mil oversize. I bought myself a 1 mil oversize, and here's a look at the bore before the rebore, and it's not too bad. There's some light scoring. You can see on the bottom skirt of the old piston where it was size for size for some reason. So it must have been bored just a little bit tight, I would think. Here's the bore, rebored and honed out 1mm with a 2 thou clearance. This is the new piston I found, and as I said, it's 1 mil oversize. Here's the rings. So you can see there's actually markings on these rings. So there's 1R and 2R on the left and 100 on the other side. So the 100 is just saying it's 1 mil oversize, and the 1R is the first ring, and then obviously the second ring. So in this case, I decided to push it into the barrel while the piston's off the bike. And this particular design, I find this was easier. I put it in, put the gudgeon pin in, put the locking pin in, tap the cylinder down, or the barrel, and that's pretty much it. New head gasket, put the head back on, tighten the bolts up, and that rebore is pretty much done. And I mean, there's nothing to a 2-stroke, as you can see. Once I got this far, I just put the exhaust on, and then I tried to give it a start. Now, the only thing I did was the bore, and this damn thing just would not start. So I tried a few times, and I don't really know what happened, but in the end I gave up trying to start it. I pulled the carby apart, gave it a good clean out, reset the float level, and I didn't really find anything. But once I had it out and cleaned, I put it all back together again, and then it started. Now, as you'll see, when it starts up, it's still burning smoke. And this smoke is almost like what it was in the first place. So what I did then is I pulled the carby apart again. I knew it wasn't a ring or a piston problem anymore, and I started adjusting the carby needle up because it was running way too rich. So I adjusted it, I adjusted the needle down to make it leaner. So I went down 2 notches, tried it again, and it ran perfectly. Stay tuned.